Hello everyone, my name is Levi Mitchell, and today I'm going to be talking to you about interpersonal communication in STEM. Specifically, I'm going to be discussing interpersonal communication in the sciences, as that's what I'm going into in my future, and I felt that that would be a great thing to talk about. So to give a bit of background information, I asked Audrey Welsh, who is an environmental chemist here at UAF, my questions, um, and she is a climate innovation fellow. I believe the project that she's working on right now is carbon sequestration, which is basically a carbon sink project. Um, Many of the questions come from where a scientist might use their communication skills. So, when I was thinking of questions to ask, I thought of what might be useful for myself in the future, and the three main ones that came to mind were fieldwork, relationships with my peers, and how to communicate a topic. These are all very vital parts of science, and I thought that they would be great information to learn. Being able to communicate in a variety of situations is vital. So, like I was saying, a lot of scientists will do a lot of different areas of work. So, you might be writing papers, you might be doing field work, you might be teaching a class or a group of people that already knows about a topic. So it's great to have the knowledge and the skills to do this in a variety of settings. So first is field work. Field work can be intense on the mind and body, which can lead to disagreements and fights. If you've ever gone on a hike of any strenuous sort, any sort of activity really, it can get pretty emotional at times between people. The stress on your body and your mind sort of gets to you. And in this quote, what Audrey is saying is that in fieldwork, you need to work as a team. Keeping a level head and working as a team on a mission rather than individuals can help. So, when you're working in a group, rather than thinking of it as a set of individuals working on something, you have to try to think of it as a group of people as one unit working on one mission. So, trying not to butt heads and that sort of thing, it can be very helpful. And one way to do this is by building morale and making connections with team members, which is what we're discussing in the next slide, making connections with peers. Not only are coworkers great chances to meet wonderful new people for the sake of friendships, they can also lead to other job opportunities later down the line. And coming into this, my thought process was, how do we do this? How do we make connections with our peers? Which can be pretty intimidating and difficult at times. This story also relates to my major a lot, this quote by Audrey, and I felt like it was very helpful for me and just sort of getting a glimpse into what the future might look like. So in this quote, Audrey is sort of saying that showing your peers that you're a hard worker can get you far. If you've ever done a group project and you get that one person that doesn't really help you very much with the project, it kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth. But when you have somebody who's very helpful and works diligently on the project, it gives you a much better perspective on that person. And that's one of the things Audrey is talking about, making good connections with your peers. And this can be intimidating, especially with people that are above you in in your field, but it can be very helpful down the road. Getting along with peers is important to do the work, but informing audiences about your work is just as, if not more important. So, communicating with an audience. When informing an audience without knowledge over a topic, you need a deep understanding of the topic, as well as have to be able to explain the topic itself. So, in this quote from Audrey, she talks about the differences between presenting to a group that knows about something and presenting to a group that doesn't. And a lot of what she's saying is that, in a group of people that are knowledgeable of a topic, she can sort of let loose more, go in depth, and although it may be intimidating, you can, the people you're talking to already sort of know the topic a little bit. But with a group of people that don't know about it, you have to have a deep understanding of the topic itself, which is hard on its own, but you also have to be able to explain it. And that's where the interpersonal communication part comes in. So being flexible. Being able to jump from discussing with people that know about the topics and people that don't know, like these kids in this picture, is a very vital skill to have. And yeah. So, concluding remarks. Keeping a level head can prevent arguments in the field. Connecting with coworkers can build lifelong relationships. And improving communication skills can get you very far in your career, no matter what field you're going into. So, the combination of all of these skills can get you very far in life, no matter what field you're going into, whether it be history or any arts, any field that you go into. These skills are going to be important. Learning to communicate with an array of groups can help properly spread information. So, if you aren't well informed on a topic and you're trying to explain these topics to people that don't know about it, it can sort of unintentionally lead to spreading misinformation, which is obviously not good for anybody. So not only is this skill important for yourself, but it's also important for the people around you and the future generations. So yeah, this is the brunt of my project, and thank you for your time, and have a wonderful summer.